Minus 15, minus 20?
Well, we decided to check because we thought you might ask that. It's minus 22.
Oh.
So it's very cold indeed.
Minus 22. Okay, I'll tell you, we're nice and warm and snug here, I have to tell you. But nonetheless, it's not all about the weather. It's about the things that have been going on and some of the exciting things, particularly when it comes to South Africa. Talk to us. How's it been for the South African delegation?
Okay, thanks very much, Leanne. Well, as I mentioned to you off air, there was a very strong delegation here. Well, there is a strong South African delegation, about 70 people, encompassing Labour, government, heads, captains of industry from South Africa. You've got the likes of Maria Ramos, Jabu Mabuza, you've got Patrice Motsepe here, big guns in their various fields who are here. And they've all come together. They had a pre-meeting before Davos kicked off and talked about how they can speak with one voice. Obviously, they're varying views, but they're Team South Africa. They're here to market the country and they want to speak with one voice. So that was the first thing. And so far, I know that a couple of our government ministers have been involved in a number of sessions talking on various issues. The key topics, really, or the overarching theme this year has been responsive and responsible leadership. And there's a feeling that there's a massive vacuum right across the globe in terms of that there is leadership lacking and people need to find ways to lead better because there are so many problems that need somebody at the forefront who can carry people with them. Some of the issues that are being looked at are issues like the fourth industrial revolution. That just basically speaks to digitalization. This age where technology is racing ahead and it's creating lots of benefits in terms of access to technology and all of that, but then it is also coming with negatives like putting people out of work, making people's jobs redundant. So issues around how do you ensure that people are able to be reskilled and remain relevant and active and economically active, more importantly. These are some of the issues being discussed. Education, a massive topic, and it links in with the fourth industrial revolution. There almost needs to be an overhaul of education just to ensure that people are able to keep up with the times, so to speak. The SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, also key issues. That's a key thing. In fact, it's an underpin of this conversation that's happening here at Davos, because if those are met, issues around access to clean water and sanitation, people not ever being hungry, eliminating poverty, all those kinds of issues, cleaner and better and more kind of thriving cities. If those issues are sorted, then it will help towards ensuring a better, more equal world. Inequality, also a massive topic. You must have heard at the beginning of the week Oxfam saying that 8 men or 8 people have wealth that exceeds the population of 3.6 billion people who are in the bottom rung of the ladder. So a lot of inequality that needs to be addressed. Executive pay. How do you ensure that people are paid fairly, who are educated and so on, and who are running corporations and so on, but in a fair manner, and people are earning decently? Because there are a lot of people out there across the globe, not just in South Africa, who work and feel like they're just getting a raw deal. They're struggling just to survive. These are some of the issues, Leanne.
Yeah, it really is a meeting that comes at a time where things are changing. I want to bring 2 points into this one. Firstly, we're obviously about to hear, as we said in the introduction, Theresa May, the British Prime Minister, is going to be talking about Britain and its new role outside of the euro. That's obviously the Brexit plan. And then secondly, I'd love to hear if there have been any concerns raised or any discussions around the new US President, Donald Trump, coming in, because that, I'm sure, has also raised a couple of eyebrows and many people wondering what to expect going forward.
Yes, very topical issues, Leanne. On the Brexit issue, yes, Theresa May is going to be speaking in a session a bit later this morning. And obviously people are greatly anticipating what she's going to have to say about how the UK is going to extract itself from the European Union in a way that isn't too adverse for the country and for the European Union as a whole. Because obviously with the UK withdrawing and a number of elections that are going to take place within Europe this year, there are concerns that we're going to get a contagion effect with other European countries deciding to withdraw from the Union. But a couple of days ago, I saw that she had actually said that the UK has to seriously consider that it's going to have to be completely removed from the single market. And that's a completely different tack, because all along they've been saying they want to remain having access to the single market. That's a market of 500 million people, while at the same time having the benefits of withdrawing from the EU in terms of their immigration responsibilities and all of that. And they've been constantly told by the Europeans, you can't have your cake and eat it. Either you're with us or you're not with us. So it's going to be very interesting. They're going to be invoking Article 50 I think by the end of March this year. By the end of March this year. And they have to do that. And once they do it, it's going to take them about 2 years to negotiate their withdrawal process. It's hoped that it's going to be painless, but it's likely to be quite painful. On to US President-elect Donald Trump. He's going to be in the hot seat as of tomorrow. People are hugely anxious about this gentleman's coming into power. They just don't know what to expect. Some people are hopeful that he was just posturing during his campaigning, and that once he gets into the seat, he's going to be a bit more sensible, shall we say, while others say, from their perspective, I mean, Joseph Stiglitz, for example, Professor Joseph Stiglitz said he's taking the man at his every word, and he's very concerned. His words are very polarizing. He's posturing against China, very concerning, because people are concerned that we're going to see trade wars. So a lot of concern. And in the corner as well, you didn't ask me about Russia, but in the corner on the fringes, people are also worried about where Russia stands in the whole geopolitical landscape as well. So there's a lot of issues that people are concerned about, but I think it's a wait and see for everybody.
Well, it certainly is, and we'll touch on a couple of those issues when we talk to you again, I think in the next hour here. Nompumelelo, thank you very much. I don't know, is it just me, or I'm the only one dying to jump into that snow, I think. Looks amazing behind you, it really does, and sort of do like some snow angels or whatever you do in the snow. I'm not sure. Looks stunning. All right, anyway, that's Davos, the World Economic Forum, currently underway. We'll get another update in the next hour. Let's take a break.